Hello, entrepreneurs. My name is Bimal Shah. I'm on a mission to make pioneers out of entrepreneurs by helping you achieve your 3 year goal in 1 year that's tied to your 25-year vision and 5 year moonshot. I do it through weekly sprints and 90-day leaps. This is the Pioneers Academy podcast, and I'm on a mission to make a million pioneers. And I thought this podcast channel will help you achieve your 3 year goal and jump to the next level. I'm going to be showing lots of training and lots of great episodes. So join on this podcast and get all the training and resources you need to achieve your 3 year goal in 1 year and make yourself a pioneer. I wrote 13 books, Becoming a Pioneer, and you can get all those 13 books on Amazon. We're going to give away to every listener who listens on this podcast a $100 Amazon gift card so you can get all the books and learn how to become a pioneer.
Hello and welcome to the Pioneers Academy podcast, where we make pioneers out of entrepreneurs. I'm your host, April, and today is a very special milestone as we will be having our episode 50. We're diving into a powerful new release in the Pioneers book series. Our book number 12, Pioneer Success through Resilience Systems. And joining us today is none other than the man behind this transformative work, Bimal Shah, the founder, coach, and visionary helping entrepreneurs build operational excellence. Welcome back, Bimal, and congratulations on this new book.
Thank you very much, April, and thank you for joining and having me here. It's a pleasure to be here and talking about something that is very important in the current time, which is building resilience and pioneering your way to success. So I'm very excited to talk about it and build some concepts that can help entrepreneurs become pioneers and build resilience that can last a lifetime.
So am I, Bimal. So let's get right into it. Okay, in book one, you introduce the idea of being unique and different from the rest. Now, in book number 12, you talk about resilience as the cornerstone of success. So, how can our listeners start building resilience as their foundation?
So one of the cornerstone foundations of building resilience is being the only one and becoming the only one in your industry. And when you're doing that, resilience is much easier than trying to compete with everyone else because you try to be measured by price. So when you're the only one, you have a system or a process that you can differentiate with. And with, resilience, you can build no traffic roads. So for example, if you're driving to work, and if you drive at 5 a.m. or you drive at 6 a.m., there's hardly any traffic. But when you leave at 8 a.m., you're stuck in traffic. It takes you 2 hours to get to your destination, whereas your destination is only like 30 minutes away or 25 minutes away. So leaving earlier, during the no traffic zone, helps you get to your destination sooner. So similarly, building resilience, in current times is looking at areas, where are the no traffic zones, where are the no traffic areas, where are the no traffic times, what are the no traffic opportunities, and you take those opportunities and capitalize on that. And when it doesn't exist, you can build your own road. So that those are like when you're unique and you're different, you are essentially building your own road towards pioneering success and becoming the only one. So those are some of the key concepts, I talk about in the book and how you build those.
Absolutely. You nailed it, Bimal. And in other words, resilient isn't just about recovering, it's about rising stronger and more focused. So, that for me, I think, is the foundation that can truly set the tone for lasting success. So, let's dive deeper, Bimal. What is this book number 12 about? When it is launching, or is it launched already? And how can people get it?
So book number 12 is still in the process of being launched and prepared. It takes a while to get everything ready. And it's about, building resilience. And resilience is not just, being determined. Yes, you can have the willpower. Willpower is absolutely essential for resilience, but you also need systems. You also need structure. You also need process. And it talks about how you utilize these systems, these structure, and these processes to build that journey of resilience. And I talked about a couple of things, utilizing the no traffic and identifying those no traffic opportunities. And they're in many different places. There could be a no traffic industry, there could be a no traffic product, there could be a no traffic service, there could be a no traffic time for providing your service, there could be a no traffic time for selling your product, there could be no traffic customer for who could buy your product. So there are all these different types of opportunities that you can expand and reach out to build resilience. Then building your own road, how when you're unique. And throughout my whole book process, I talk about your uniqueness and how you can become the only one. So how you can build a structure, build a process, build a journey that's only yours, and you can even becomes your own intellectual property that you can patent it, and you could apply for, because there's a lot of companies who have patented processes and technologies. So and you can even convert your process into a software or things like that that becomes fully patentable. So there's great opportunities for you to then license that and expand that to different companies, industries, and including your competitors. So people who you think as competition, they could become your customers. And if you remove the word M out of competition and you replace it with O, and it becomes co-opetition, then you now have how you can be cooperative and collaborative with your competitors and be a resource to them, instead of thinking of them as an obstacle. So there's plenty of opportunities, and in showing you how you can build resilience and in different areas. And then there's the resilience flywheel, resilience indicator, the resilience ignition, anchors, and multipliers. So I talk about all these things where the flywheel, the ignition, the multiplier, and the anchors, how you can utilize those to build resilience in your journey.
Sounds incredible, Bimal. I love how this book brings structure to something so vital. And to everyone listening, please do wait for the release of this book, because this is really something that you don't have to miss. You don't want to miss this book. And as far as I know, that resilience can lead to 10 times or even to 100 times transformation, right? So how can this book, aside from those that you've mentioned, will help readers make that kind of leap?
So first, let's talk about the four pillars that I was talking about: ignition, flywheel, anchors, and multipliers. So ignition is like, you put your key into the cart and it starts. So there is, like a thing that's a startup, right? So what is in your business that starts the ignition? And sometimes when we think of challenges, challenges we think of as obstacle. It thinks that this is going to be a challenge, I can't make it. But the challenge is actually the ignition. It is the start, it's the key that makes it start. And so you have to think of, okay, I'm getting the key to something bigger. Let me see what I can do. And in this challenge, if you're gonna, because when you overcome the challenge, you're gonna come out stronger and better. And you're gonna be more smarter if you learn something that you didn't learn how to do before, and you didn't know how to do before, and now you're able to do it and you figure it out. You'll be able to come out much stronger. I'll give you a real life example. During the 2 years ago, the entire automobile industry was facing a computer chip problem, where the chip in the car, or the Intel chip, was not available to many car dealers. And at that time, Tesla decided that they're going to manufacture their own chip inside the car, and they're going to figure out themselves how to do it instead of relying on outside sources. And when they did, now they had the ability to do something that nobody else did, and they were able to supply it to competition. So, and they had the biggest sale at that time in that quarter. Now it's a different story because involved in politics and all that. I'm not going to get into details, but at that time, they had their best quarter ever in the history. So those are things that you can think of ignition. A flywheel is like a feedback, it's like a boomerang. So you ask for feedback, you take the feedback and you improve it, make the changes, and you keep growing forward. And you have a constant system like a flywheel, like a boomerang effect that, keeps coming back to you and just says, this is the feedback, comes to me, take it back, improve it. Feedback comes to me, take it back, improve it. And the anchors are like, you anchor your ship, right? So if you think about a cruise has a big anchor and it throws this anchor that holds the big ship, and there's this anchor, there's one anchor that has the power to hold the big ship from sailing away. So similarly, you have an anchor, and those are strategies. So your strategies are like your anchors, and in the book, I help you build the right strategies to build those anchors for your business. And the last pillar we talk about is multipliers. So multipliers is a support system. You can't do everything alone. You need a team. You need people. You need systems. You need structure, and you need a support system. And this team should be working together. Your biggest test is, in your absence, can your team do their job and get the results that you need? And if you're able to do that, then you have a good support system. Because if it's taking your time and you have to put in the time to do everything, and then you don't have the right team. So you have to think about, okay, do I have the right team, or do they need proper training? They need proper system. And that's how you build multipliers. And those are also, besides your team, it's your centers of influence, support system, networking, collaborative partners, strategic alliances, all those people, mentors, who you connect with, friends, relatives, whoever you have as a good support system, that can help you become your resilience multipliers and help you build resilience. So those are some of the key aspects, and I build a system in the book. So it's not that I just talk about concepts. I ask you questions so you can build your multipliers, you can build your ignition, you can build your flywheel, and you can build your anchor.
That's the kind of transformation every entrepreneur dreams of, Bimal. The strategies you've laid out feel doable and empowering. And I think that's what makes this book so special and interesting. And also, you introduce those powerful tools: resilience, ignition, flywheel, anchors, and multipliers. And it's like a full ecosystem for growth. I love that. These tools don't just add value, they multiply it. It's a practical roadmap for anyone serious about scaling. So now, Bimal, here's something that many listeners will be curious about. Can companies actually get grants to implement this system? Is that real?
Yes, that is true. There is a lot of free money that's out there, and I am an expert at it. So if you want to get grants, you can scan the QR code on this screen, and there is an option to, just put in some information to see what kind of grants you qualify for. And then you can utilize these grants to work with me, and even utilize these grants to, get access to resources and grow your business to the next level, hire the team, implement marketing. So there's even grants for marketing and all of those that you can get. And I do all the work. So many times, the resistance to grants is, oh, I don't know, it's a lot of work. It's not my cup of tea. So we take care of everything from soup to nuts, and we guarantee results as well. So you have the option to get grants, and it's available. And I also, I'm giving away $100 gift card. So, if you look at the links in the show notes of this podcast, or, podcast, if it's on YouTube, you will see the links to the $100 Amazon gift card. Get the $100 Amazon gift card to get my books, and, you'll be able to access all the books on Amazon.
Wow, thank you for that, Bimal. The idea that you can get funding support to build resilience in your business, that's a next level opportunity for everyone here. And for those wanting to explore that further, as Bimal mentioned, he's giving away $100 Amazon book gift card for us to check all those books available also, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So in the show notes, if you click, Pioneer Book Gift Card, there's a link called that. And, you click on it, you'll get access to gift codes that you can use to claim whichever book of the series you want. And the whole book series is written in a way where it's systematic and structured, so one follows the other. So if you use the whole series, it can give you a full plan for a full year to becoming a pioneer. That's my whole mission, and that's why I wrote the whole book series, Becoming a Pioneer. And you can access the book series with the gift card.
Perfect. We'll make sure that all those links are right there in the episode notes so that your readers and all our listeners will have every tool that they will be needing to take the action. And so, listeners, again, if you're ready to overcome complacency and ignite next level growth, start it with book number 12 and the free tools waiting for you. So, thank you, Bimal, for sharing um, those insightful and impactful topic for today.
Thank you very much, April, for having me here. And I'm on a mission to make you a pioneer. Start today. Hello, pioneers and entrepreneurs. My name is Bimal Shah. I'm on a mission to make pioneers out of entrepreneurs by helping you achieve your 3-year goal in 1 year that is tied to your 25-year vision and 5-year moonshot. I do it through 90-day leaps and weekly sprints and through my own proprietary 4-leap system. I've also written 13 books, the Becoming a Pioneer series. I've founded the Pioneers Academy, the Pioneers platform, and several resources that help you on several different platforms, the Thrive platform, Transform platform, and Transcend platform. So these are resources and tools that I built for you to double your business in a year and scale exponentially and become the only one in your business.